Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Good afternoon to you. Hello, hi, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So guys, have you had time to review last session?
Yes.
Yes, one guy.
Just yes, the master of review sessions. Yeah. What was your title? I forgot, Bezat. What was your title?
The founder.
The founder of the founder. Yes, the founder of review sessions. Yes. Okay, so the master, would you please?
Yes, thank you. I did last night, but before the class, I've reviewed. Okay.
You mean you didn't do it today? You did the review some days ago. You mean that, right?
Yes, last night.
Last
Yes.
night. Last night. Okay, okay. That is okay.
And I appreciate uploading soon.
I appreciate uploading soon. That sentence is not correct. Can you correct yourself? Let me type your sentence. Beza, don't say anything. No, don't say anything. Let her. I appreciate. What did you say? Appreciate. Upload soon.
Uploading.
Uploading soon. That was your sentence. Can you correct it?
I know I appreciate for something.
No,
for example,
no. I have appreciation for something, but not I appreciate for something. No.
No. I know we can use appreciate for something.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
For someone. I'm sure.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. You just have to focus on the words that you bring after the word appreciate.
I appreciate it, for example.
If you just say I appreciate it, then I have to know before you say this, okay? We're talking about review and you suddenly say I appreciate it, then I don't know what you're talking about. So you have to refer to the fact that you want to talk about, I don't want to say that sentence, I want you to make it. You want to talk about
if you, for example, if you could upload it sooner, I appreciate it.
I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. Okay, that's another thing. But that is not what you meant. You meant this.
I appreciate instead of hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
I appreciate. I don't.
Just say something. Just think about it. Think about the instances in which you heard the word appreciate being used as a verb. If you give up, then I have to call in the founder of review sessions.
I appreciate uploaded.
No. Let me remind you of something. A few sessions ago, you were doing, I gave you an example of an expression. I don't remember exactly. Was it in spite of something? And do you remember that? There was a synonym for this. I can't remember now. And then you made a sentence and I said you have to add something to it. You can't just say it like that. Appreciate being used in that sense should be used just like that sentence. Okay, I'll give you a hint, a small hint. That. Use that in your sentence.
I appreciate that. You uploading.
No.
You no. The lesson uploading.
Less than? What is less than?
I don't know. The video.
Okay, say
the video.
Say the whole sentence, please. I appreciate that.
The video was uploaded.
Very good. You can use passive too. Why not? Yes. Was uploaded soon. Yeah, sure. I appreciate that the video was uploaded soon. I appreciate that you uploaded the video soon. I appreciate the fact that, okay? You can use it like that, but not I appreciate uploading soon. But you can use a noun or a noun phrase after appreciate, but not like that. You can say, I appreciate the early upload. You can say it like that too. I appreciate the early upload. Okay? So founder of review sessions, what was on your mind? What did you want to say?
The thing that comes to my mind is this. I would appreciate it if you could kindly upload it sooner.
Yeah, but that's not what Shirin meant, right? شیرین جان شما که نمیخواستید اینو بگید. میخواستید بگید نه اینو اگه yes.
از اینکه زود گذاشتینش
yes. Yeah, that's what she wanted to say, yes. Because she gave one of those examples. She said, I'd appreciate it if you uploaded it earlier or sooner.
Yes. I appreciate that you uploaded it last night.
Last night. Was it uploaded last night?
I think so.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. And it was very good.
Why?
And I have time.
You had enough time. Yes.
I had enough time to do it very well and look it up in the dictionary.
Look up, no. Look up words in the dictionary or look up the words in the dictionary. Very good. Very good.
And it's very good if the videos will if the video will upload soon.
No. ویدیو که خودشو آپلود نمیکنه. پس
you would upload the videos soon.
Okay, now say the whole sentence.
If you can.
Don't change it. Don't change it. Say the same words, okay? Just the whole sentence at once. Okay, go on. Okay. So say it again, doesn't matter. Just focus. We have time.
I will thank you if you could upload it soon.
Not if you could. Okay? If you. The modals are not used in the if clause. You see them used by natives. They use modals like would, like will, etc. in the if clause, but that is not correct grammatically. It is common, but a common mistake. So, correct it again, please.
It's if you could upload it sooner, I would be happy, for example.
If you uploaded them sooner or earlier, I would be happy. Yes, the sentence is correct if you say it like that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we can start the review now, right?
Yeah.
I think now Shirin is saying yes. What?
Yeah. I know that my sentence is wrong, but I said it, and I want to know the right sentence.
Very good.
میدونستم که دارم
Very good. Yes, I understood. That's one step. That's very good that you understand it. That's very good. That's the first step. The second is correcting yourself, which you're doing very well. And I think you were saying to yourself, okay, why on earth did I have to thank her? Couldn't I just not thank her and just start the session? Did you understand what I said?
No.
Then why did you laugh? I said, maybe now you were saying to yourself, why on earth did I thank her? Why on earth did I thank her? یعنی چی به فارسی؟
چرا همچین غلطی کردم؟
No, not چرا همچین غلط. مثلا چرا اصلا تشکر کردم بیخیال میشدم بهتر بود. Okay, why on earth did I thank her? Okay, why on earth?
یکم گرفتم که گفتین ولی شک کردم به خود.
مشکل شما اینه که همش دارید شک میکنید. دقیقاً هم همون جاهایی که دارید درست میگیدم شک میکنید. Why on earth did I thank her? Okay, so next time you think something, just say it. What happens? What happens if it's wrong? Nothing. You learn the right and correct one. Okay, so let's start the review session. What happened last session?
Yes, the first sentence was how the tables would turn, and the other form is the tables turns in my favor. And
the tables turn. Tables plural.
Turn
in my favor. Yes.
And the point is that the table we have used table in plural form.
Yes, we have
table.
Yes.
Table turn in my favor, and we use it when something changed for us. It's not a definite thing. Maybe maybe it's good or maybe it's not, but everything everything is changed.
Yes.
And the next one is could plus have plus past participle. When we use this structure, we talked about the possibility.
We talk. You're stating a fact, so we talk. Yes.
We talk about the possibility, and we are not sure it is happened. It's a possibility
in the past,
and
it's a possibility in the past. Yes.
The next one is marks. This week marks 50 years, and in this context, it means it's the 50th anniversary.
No, we call it 50th. Yes, 50th anniversary. Yes.
Mark something with something, or it means to celebrate an important event.
And yes, event. Yes, very good.
Yes. And the next one, it's not in the context, but take office. Behzad said an example about president, and you taught us take office.
Yes.
Take office, it's an idiom.
No, take office is an idiom, not it's an idiom. Okay, take office is an idiom.
Take office is an idiom, and it means to begin the job or responsibility in a position of authority in the government.
Yes, authority in the government, yes.
The next one is intervening. Intervening is an adjective,
Yes.
and it means between two things or between two events.
Yes.
And there is some collocation for it. For example, the intervening years, in the intervening month, the intervening period.
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 Yes, period.
Period. The next one is surpass.
Surpass.
and
Surpass, not
surpass.
sur. Yes, surpass. Yes.
The synonym of surpass, the synonyms of surpass are exceed, to go beyond,
Yes.
more than,
Yes.
and it means to be even better or greater than someone or something else.
Yes.
And we have there is an idiom, surpass yourself.
Okay.
Do something better
The
than
pronunciation
you have.
surpass.
Surpass.
Yes.
Do something better than you have ever done before.
Very good.
The next one is in a row.
Yes.
It means consecutively.
Consecutively. Consecutively. Yes.
And the next one is outpace.
Outpace. Yes.
It means to go faster, do better, or develop more quickly than someone or something else. And the next one is pace.
Pace. Yes.
It has a lot of meaning. This close meaning for this context is move forward.
You mean the closest meaning? The closest meaning for this context. Yes.
It is move forward.
Yes.
Or move or develop something. Something. The next one is some. In this context, some 98% of Bangladeshi children. In this context, some it means approximately.
Approximately. Don't say Shun. Don't say some. It means no. Some means. Some means. Okay. Okay. But it is a common mistake too. In conversation, even they do that too. But it's not correct grammatically. Okay.
Yeah. The next one is the sour and plunge.
Yes.
They are the sour. It's the antonym of sour is plunge.
No, sour.
And
sour. Not sour. Sour is something else. Yes. Plunge. Yes.
Sour, it means goes up. Means sour means goes up or increase, and the plunge means decrease.
Yes, go down, decrease. Yes.
And the next one is literacy, the state of to show that someone has able to read and write.
No.
No.
Has the ability.
Has
To read and
someone able to read. No. To be able. Someone is able to read and write.
Yes, or has the ability to read and write. That is correct too. Okay, both are correct. Okay.
The antonym is illiterate.
Illiterate, yes.
Illiterate. And the next one is a defecate. It's a verb. means defecate means to get rid of waste matter from your bowel or bowl.
No, bowels. Yes, bowels. Bowl means what? Bowls is kase. Kase, yes. Okay.
In the open means outdoors. And last one, in all this respect, it means in all these aspects. And the last
Respects.
one is the
Was plural. Respects, yes.
And the last structure is to do better than. And for example, I'm doing better than before, or my daughter is doing better than her friends.
Yes.
And that
was it.
That is all.
That was it. That's all. And you can see the screen, right? That I'm sharing?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, Bezat, you asked the question, I don't know, was it last session or the session before, about the word outrageous, remember?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that it has several meanings, and that was not the only meaning. It depends on the context. Okay, if you can see this page, if it's as an adjective, it could mean very offensive. Okay. Or it also means being beyond bounds of good taste, means in poor taste. When something is outrageous, it's not good, it's not appropriate. It could also mean having no regard for morality, means اخلاقیات رو رعایت نکرده، به اصطلاح شرم‌آوره. It also means violent or unrestrained in temperament or behavior. Extremely unusual or unconventional, depends. For example, love to dress in outrageous clothing. Outrageous clothing in here means extraordinary, unusual. Doesn't have anything to do with morality. Or being beyond all reason, or extravagant, immoderate. For example, he spends an outrageous amount on entertainment. Or he spends an outrageous amount of money on food. Means too much. Okay? The list goes on. I just wanted you to know that I just didn't want you to be mistaken. It depends on the context. You have to know which context it was used in to know how to translate it. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. So let's stop this one. The new share is the new article. All right. So, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Big mistake.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Bezat, your turn. Would you please start reading? If you can't see, I can maximize the page.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Price controls in the Philippines.
Yes.
Big mistake.
No.
A ham-fisted decree is trampled by market forces.
Okay, now stop here. Price controls in the Philippines. You understand it so far, right?
Yes.
Price controls. So the article is about the controlling prices. You can understand this without reading the article. But pig mistake, what does it mean?
Pig mistake. Pig is, the animal.
Yes.
I know that. And mistake is the thing or the wrong thing that someone does.
Very good. So does that remind you of another phrase, pig mistake? What does it remind you of?
Pighead.
No.
Pig mistake.
Yeah.
اشتباه خوکی یا اشتباه خوک؟
No. Well, that is something that the author of this article made up. That doesn't actually exist in English vocabulary. We don't have pig mistake. It's just a play with the words. There was another phrase. If you remember, we had such titles before. The title was a play on words of, for example, proverb or an expression. So big mistake. What does it remind you of?
Big mistake.
Very good. Excellent. Exactly. So it's a big mistake about pigs. Big mistake. That's a play with the words. That's what the author did. We don't have pig mistake in English. Okay? So, and then you read this part, the subtitle. A ham-fisted decree is trampled by market forces. A ham-fisted decree. What does decree mean?
Decree? I don't know.
Decree is
Decree.
a ham-fisted.
Just decree. Forget about ham-fisted. Just decree. Haven't you heard it before? Decree. Like a presidential decree.
Presidential decree?
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with a degree, for example?
No. Not degree.
Or an order?
Yes, very good. What kind of order do you mean when you said an order? Because order.
Presidential decree. Yeah, the order by the president.
Very good.
The president.
Yes, excellent. It has an equivalent in Farsi. Of course, in Farsi, we don't have it actually for the president. We say it about certain number of decrees in Iran. We call it very good. But presidential decree is حکم حکومتی. Okay? It could be issued by the president or by the supreme leader in Iran. But in the US or in other countries in which they have presidents, it's just the president who issues or gives this order. So, a ham-fisted decree is trampled by market forces. Do you know the meaning of trample?
A ham-fisted.
No, forget
decree.
about ham-fisted. Just trample. Just trample, because you cannot.
It's a kind of order.
No. I think you might
kind of.
You might deal with this in your field. Sometimes people are taken to the hospital because they were trampled. It usually happens in crowded areas when a lot of people want to get out of one exit, for example, like in stadiums.
Oh, yes.
What is it? People get trampled. Sometimes they die, they suffocate, and sometimes, they're taken to the hospital and they survive. What does it mean?
For example, they are pressed or squeezed.
Very good. Excellent. What's that in Farsi? Trample?
In Farsi?
Yes, in Farsi.
له شدن.
له کردن. Okay, زیر پا گرفتن، له کردن. But in here it's passive and we translate it له شدن، زیر پا گرفتن. Okay, so trample means that. Now, a ham-fisted decree. You know the meaning of fist, right? Fist.
Yes, مشت.
Yeah. And ham. What does ham remind you of?
Hamburger.
Very good. What else? Ham means something else too. Yes, he was right. Ham means something else too. Something related to pig.
To pig?
Yes.
The meat?
Yes.
Ham?
Yes, but what part of it? From the back of a pig. The meat from the back of a pig is called ham. Ham. And in the past, well, of course, originally hamburgers were made of that kind of meat. So ham means that. Now, ham-fisted. You can almost guess the meaning of this word. It's an adjective. Ham-fisted. Ham-fisted. Literally speaking, What does it mean to be ham-fisted? Yes, you can say it about people too. Some people are ham-fisted.
همپیمان.
No.
No, no. Okay. Ham, you know the
It's
shape
the
of ham, right? You must have seen it in movies, in cartoons. What does it look like?
it's like it's circular.
Very good. Very good. It's circular. Very good. Or in the shape of a circle, not exactly circular, or maybe in the form of almost in the form of a cylinder. So what happens if someone is ham-fisted? How can they use their fist if it's in the shape of a ham?
It will get an unusual shape.
Okay, that's about the shape. But what happens if they want to do stuff? For example, they want to pick up a pen or a fork or a spoon. What happens?
It will when someone wants to pick the ham with a spoon
No.
with a fork.
Fix anything. Just suppose that someone's fist is made of a ham. Someone's fist looks like ham. How can they pick up a pen or a pencil or a fork if their fists looks like ham?
Yes. It's they would like clumsy.
Very good. Excellent. Exactly. So ham-fisted means clumsy. Very good. Excellent. Yes. A ham-fisted decree is trampled by market forces. Now, without reading the article, can you tell me what it means? What this part means? Just this part.
Actually, it wants to say that by the force of the market, a clumsy order was trampled.
Yeah. And what do you think is meant by a clumsy order?
Maybe a decision that was was not right or was actually a mistake.
Very good. Excellent. Exactly. Very good. Okay, now please read the first sentence of the first paragraph.
Yes. Last month, retailers in Manila went on a 2-week pork holiday.
Yes. So last month, retailers in Manila went on a 2-week pork holiday. Retailers. What does retailers mean? That's, of course, plural of retailer.
Retail, I think it was about, خورده فروشی.
Very good, exactly. But in Farsi, when they say خورده فروشی کردن, people don't have a very specific idea of خورده فروشی. It's about all the people who have shops. Okay, they don't produce things, they just sell them. So they're the retailers. The opposite of retailing is?
Wholesale.
Very good, wholesaling. And the person who does that is a wholesaler.
Wholesaler.
عمده فروشی و عمده فروش. So retailers are all the shopkeepers. They don't produce the stuff, they just sell it. فروشنده ها. You could say that too. Okay. So last month, retailers in Manila went on a 2-week pork holiday. What is the structure in here?
Structure.
Yeah.
To go on holiday.
Very good. To go on a holiday. So we go on a holiday. So a 2-week pork holiday. Can you guess what this was? What a pork holiday is?
Maybe it's a kind of holiday in which
On which.
people
On which.
on which people will eat, you know,
No.
pork
No.
pork meat.
No. Of course, you cannot guess because it's something that they made up. It doesn't make sense. You have to read the rest of the article to understand. So, would you please read the next sentence?
Yes. Yes. That was not a fad diet.
Yes.
That was not a fad diet, nor even a few days off scarfing sausage and bacon.
Yes. So that was not a fat diet. What's a fat diet?
Fad is, you know, a kind of diet which is trend for a period of time.
Trendy. Yes, trendy. Very good. Shirin, can you name a fat diet?
For example, ketogenic or
Yes, usually fat diets are famous diets. They're famous for some time. They tell you that if what did you say?
Canadian diet.
Yes, exactly.
Canadian
Very
diet.
good. Canadian diet, Atkins diet, Puya Kashani's diet. All right. There's a name on it. Yes, there's a name on it. Then they say that if you do this, there's a formula. If you follow the rules, then you can lose a lot of weight in a short period of time. That's a fat diet.
Nowadays, ketogenic diet is very famous.
Yes, it's a fat diet. You can say the ketogenic diet is a fat diet. Yes, nowadays. All right, so the pork holiday, which the author referred to here, was not a fat diet, nor even a few days of scarfing sausage and bacon. What does that mean, Bezat?
That was not a fat diet, nor even a few days of scarfing sausage and bacon. It wants to say that firstly, it was not a fat diet, and also it was not nor even a few scarf.
First, let's look at the first part of the sentence. A few days off. Forget about the rest. A few days off. What does it mean? What does a few days off mean?
A few days off means, you know, some like holidays.
Very good. Exactly. For example, you get a few days off work. You stop working. You stay at home. So it was not a few days off something. What is that thing? Scarfing sausage and bacon. Now let's talk about sausage and bacon. What's sausage?
Sausage means sauce.
No.
Saucisse.
Saucisse. Yes, it's saucisse. Saucisse is actually a French word. The English call it sausage. Sausage is saucisse. Okay, and what's bacon?
Bacon is
Yes, very good. It's stripes of pork that is salted and is smoked too. So, what does scarfing mean? Scarfing in here is a verb, yes.
Covering.
What did you say, Shirin? Say it again.
Car. Covering.
Cover.
Cover.
Very good. Covering. Covering what? Yes, very good. So
covering sauce bacon.
Covering bacon? No, not covering bacon, but it is covering. What kind of covering?
It comes from scarf that women use, yes?
Yes, it comes from that, but in here it's a verb.
I think when you put something, for example, in a layer or
Very good.
in a bread, and you roll
Exactly.
it,
Very
and
good.
that
Excellent.
would be like a scarf.
Excellent. Now, can you say what it has to do with sausage and bacon?
That was not a fad diet, nor even a few days off scarfing sausage and bacon. No.
No, but you can. You explained it so well. Shirin, how about you? It has something to do with, cooking.
Yes. For example, Aldi, they suffer sausage and bacon.
Suffer?
Scarfing. They carved sausage and bacon, and during this holiday, they didn't. They don't.
No.
They don't.
No, the holiday didn't mean this. It was just a name. It was not a holiday. So scarfing is covering sausages, small sausages, in what? Bacon. Did you get it? It's for parties.
No.
Usually they call them what? Pigs in blankets sometimes. Pigs in blankets. It's a kind of hors d'oeuvre or appetizer. Pigs in blankets. سوسیس خوک رو که کوچیک ریزه، سوسیس کوچیک رو دور این لایه های بیکن که به صورت به قول شما کالباس، حالا رشته های باریک بیکنه میپیچن، سرخش میکنن، به عنوان اپتایزر سروش میکنن. میشه پیگز این بلانکت یا سکارف کردن ساسج و بیکن. اوکی؟ پس بیکن رو میپیچن دور ساسج. بیکن رو میپیچن دور ساسج. بعد سرخش میکنن. اینو بهش میگن سکارف کردن. سکارف میشه چی؟ شالو بندازید دور مثلا گردنتون، دور سرتون. اوکی؟ ساسجای ریز رو دورش بیکن میبندن و سرخش میکنن و اونطوری سروش میکنن.
حالا به اون قسمت اولش کلا یعنی چی؟ Not even a few
یعنی
days
اینم
off.
نبوده. یعنی این که پورک هالیدی اینا رفتن به یک پورک هالیدی، به این معنا نبوده که پورک هالیدی اسم یه فد دایته. نه. به این معنام نبوده که a few days off این بوده. یعنی به این معنام نبوده که چند روز مرخصی گرفتن که این کار رو انجام ندن. به این معنام نبوده. چرا؟ حالا جلوتر میخونید که چون پیک کلن استیپل توی فیلیپین و غذای اصلیشونه. یعنی هر چی باشه به هر حال هر روز مصرفش میکنن. هر روز باهاش سر و کار دارن.
این دت الان برمیگرده به پورک هالیدی.
کدوم دته؟ That was not?
That
بله.
was not.
Yes, exactly.
That was not.
So let's read it again. Let's read the first paragraph again. Last month, retailers in Manila went on a 2-week pork holiday. حالا این اوثرش، این نویسندش خواسته خورده مثلا کریتیو باشه دیگه، اینا رو از خودش در آورده. پیگ میستیک و هم فیستد و مثلا خواسته که هم به معنای گوشت خوک هم هست، حالا هم فیستد یه اصطلاح هم هست. اینو به کار برده که بخواد مثلا هی جذاب کنه نوشتش رو. Last month, retailers in Manila went on a 2-week pork holiday. اینا البته اعتصاب کردن. اسمشو گذاشتن pork holiday. That was not a fad diet. اسم این حالا pork holiday که اینجا گفتیم fad diet نیستا. Nor even نه حتی a few days off scarfing. یعنی حتی اینم به این معنام نیست که چند روز مرخصی گرفتن که دیگه این کارو که سکارف کردن ساسج و بیکن هست و انجام ندن. نه، به این معنا هم نیست. یعنی این چیزایی که با خوندن pork holiday به ذهنتون میرسه اینا نبوده معناش. Okay? So go on. They simply کجا؟
میگه که رفتم برای پورک هالیدی. That was not a fad diet. یعنی پورک هالیدی فکر نکنید که فد دایته. و اینجوری نبوده که یه چند روز رفتن مرخصی که بیان اسکارفینگ فلان رو بکنن یا نکنن. این نکنن و از کجا شما متوجه شدید؟
به خاطر اینکه few days off وقتی یه چیزی میگیم این اصطلاحه، یعنی اون کار انجام نمیدیم. A few days off your work یه کاری، یعنی از اون کار فاصله میگیریم. بعد حالا جلوتر که آرتیکل رو میخونید ببینید که اصلا گوشت خوک مصرفش یک مثل برنج توی ایرانه که مثلا برنج غذای اصلیه، پورک هم غذای اصلیه. این چیزش رفته بالا، قیمتش رفته
من یه لحظه،
جان.
یعنی این حالت عادی اسکارفینگ ساسیج بیکن رو انجام میدادن، این که الان هم که هالیدی رفتن اینجور نبوده که بخوان
اصلا هالیدی در
برن و
کار
این
نیست،
کار.
اسمش هالیدی، نه اعتصاب کردن.
فهمیدم.
اوکی، اعتصاب کردن. Sometimes you have to read the whole article. Sometimes 2 paragraphs to understand just one title.
ما یه همکاری داریم، مریضش وقتی بد حال میشه میخواد بیاد آی سی یو، مریضه مثلا دیگه مثلا رو به موته، بعد به ما میخواد شرح بده، میگه که یه بالاخره یه تب مختص، یه تب ملایمی داره و یه نگاهش بکن. آره یکم ملایم سخته.
Okay. Okay. So, but it's good, huh? You have to focus to understand. And it helps you be in the moment of now. Okay, I'm just joking. So, okay, so they simply, would you please go on? They simply?
They simply refused to sell the stuff in protest at a price cap imposed by presidential decree.
Yes, presidential decree, we have this. They simply refused to sell the stuff. What does it mean?
Yes. They stopped to sell the stuff.
No. Let me type your
They
sentence.
stopped selling the stuff.
Very good.
They stopped selling the
Very
stuff.
good. So you said
Yes,
both.
yes,
They
I know.
stopped to sell stuff. Shirin, do you know the difference? They stopped.
No.
Oh, I asked Shirin. Okay. Shirin, do you know the difference? Stop selling this stuff. Shirin, do you know this difference? Okay, say it.
They stopped.
We had something similar some time ago. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you an example, which is very much similar to this one. Shirin, what is the difference between these two sentences? I stopped to smoke.
Smoking.
Or I
stopped smoking.
Smoking. Well, the difference between these two is like the difference between the first two sentences.
I stopped smoking یعنی که من سیگار کشیدن رو متوقف کردم.
بله.
I stopped to smoke کنم یکی دیگه داره این کار. نه.
I was driving. I stopped to smoke.
وایستادم. وایستادم که سیگار بکشم.
Now they stopped to sell the stuff. They stopped selling the stuff. Which one? What does it mean?
اینجا یعنی که the first one وایستادم که اینا رو بفروشن.
آفرین. وایستادن، اونا وایستادن که بفروشن. و دومی
یعنی از فروششون دست کشیدن. یعنی
very good. Very good. Excellent. So they simply, what does simply mean in here? They simply refuse to sell the stuff.
They simply, this is an adverb.
Yes, I know. And it's mostly translated wrong.
What?
When they translate it, they do it wrong. They say به سادگی فروش را متوقف کردن. But that is not correct. It doesn't have anything to do with being simple. Simply means just. In here, simply means just. فقط فروش رو متوقف کردن. یعنی به این معناست. به معنی هالیدی و نرفا نبوده. فقط. اینجا simply سادگی معنا نمیده. They just refused to sell the stuff. They simply refused to sell the stuff. And something funny about the word refuse. Okay. When you pronounce it refuse, you know the meaning. You don't want to do something. You refuse doing something means you don't want to do it. But if you change the pronunciation and you pronounce it refuse, then the meaning changes. Instead of saying refuse, saying refuse, putting the stress on the first syllable and also changing the pronunciation from E to A. Refuse means what?
Refuse.
Yes. In here is refuse. The stress is on the second syllable and RE is pronounced re. But when you put the stress on the first syllable and RE is pronounced re, not re, refuse, the meaning changes.
Refuse, refuge.
Yes.
And refuse is a noun?
Yes, a noun. Refuse, not refuse. Refuse is a noun, yes. I don't know if you use it in medicine, but
no, we don't have it.
You don't have it because it has to do with stuff that you no more have use for. Let me just see if you can use it in medicine. As a noun. Yes. Okay. So you don't call that kind of rubbish, or what do you call this? I don't know that in English. The thing is that you no more use in medicine. For example, you give a patient a shot and then you throw away that, what do you call it? That injection device. What is it called? A shot? And then, or you, I don't know, use some bandages in order to cleanse a patient's wound, and then you throw them away. What do you call that? In Farsi, we call them what? فاضلاب بیمارستانی? Do we say that? پسماند بیمارستانی, yes. Yes. What is the word you use for it in English? I thought maybe you can use refuse for it. I read in a text some time ago that it was used for factories. In factories, they have refuse. We call it what? فاضلاب مربوط به کارخانجات. That kind of فاضلاب. Okay, not sewage. But I don't know if you can use it in medicine. You can? Or
Yes.
not? Is there a word?
No, in medicine we don't use it. We don't use refuse.
What do you say?
Or sometimes when we use something and we have چیز اضافه که میمونه residue.
Residue. یعنی مثلا آمپول آلوده، پنس آلوده، اینا رو هم بهشون residue میگیم؟
No. For example, we have a defect in some children's heart. Then there is VSD. It's a hole between two ventricles. And after the operation, we want to close the VSD completely. But sometimes the surgeon can fix the hole partially, and in that time we say the patient has a residual VSD.
Okay. So that was too much technical. Okay.
Yes.
So you don't say refuse. Refuse is when you discard something. Discarded stuff is called refuse. Okay.
مثلا یه چیزی بمونه رزیجو میگن.
خب اون آره رزیجو که آره فکر می‌کنم تو چیزای دیگه هم مثلا تو شیمی و اینها هم استفاده میشه مثلا رزیجو یه چیزی مثلا توی شیمی. But yes, I don't know any words for that. But yes, When you change the stress and the pronunciation, instead of saying refuse, you say refuse, then it means stuff that you don't want, okay? Discarded stuff.
پسمان.
Yeah, I think. I don't know a good translation for it in Farsi. But yes, things that, but I don't know if you can say pasmand for it, because pasmand has some connotations with it. But refuse is like that. When you discard the
And
garbage.
what about disposed or disposable things?
Yes, I think so. We have
When we use something in, for example, in medicine, and we can use it for several times, it is reusable.
yes,
But some stuff are, disposable.
Yes.
We can't use it, and we have to, throw them away.
Yes. Yes, I just found this one too. Like refuse
Yeah.
disposal. You might read
Yes.
refuse meaning things you don't want. Disposal means
Yes.
disposal of refuse, means discarding or destroying of garbage, sewage, or other waste matter, or its transformation into something useful or blah blah. Okay, so that's refuse. I just wanted to share this. So refuse, when it's pronounced refuse, it means things you don't want, discarded stuff. And refuse means
Yeah.
not to want to do something. All right, so back to the article. They simply refused to sell the stuff in protest at a price cap imposed by presidential decree. All right, we had presidential decree at the beginning of this session, that's Hukm Hukumati, or an order that the president gives and issues. So it was in protest at a price cap. What does price cap mean?
Price cap means a ceiling of price
Very
that
good.
would be imposed by government.
Very good. What does impose mean?
Impose تحمیل کردن.
Yes. So can you tell me the full form of this sentence? It was shortened. It was reduced.
Yes. They simply refused to sell the stuff in protest at a price cap which was imposed.
Very good. So it's passive. Imposed by presidential decree. And you know the meaning of protest. Can you tell me the meaning of the whole sentence in your own words?
Yes. At first, the government imposed a price cap, and after that, retailers started to, started to refuse. They started to, they started not to sell their stuff in a protest in order to, اعتراض.
Yes, they wanted to protest, so they stopped selling the stuff. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Shireen, now back to you. Would you please read the first sentence of the second paragraph?
Yes. Pork is a staple in the Philippines.
Yes.
Staple is the staple. It's the symbol.
Is the what?
It's a very important thing.
Yes, important food, main food. Main food, like rice for Iran. Pork is a staple. Rice is a staple in Iran. Yes.
Prices have recently soared.
Yes. So we have soared again. We had soared last session too. Yes.
To over 400
pesos.
Pesos.
Yes.
Peso.
Yeah.
Peso. Go ahead.
Yes.
For a kilo of pork belly, more than double the norm.
Yes. So, can you tell me what happens in here? Prices have recently soared to over 400 pesos for a kilo of pork belly, more than double the norm.
a kilo of pork belly has soared to over 400 pesos.
Yes.
And it is more than double the past, the normal price.
Yes. So that last part is not a whole sentence. It's just a phrase. More than double the norm. It doesn't say it was more than double the norm price or normal price. Just more than double the norm. Okay, go on.
The rise has
spurred. Has spurred.
Spur?
No, not spur. No, spur. Has spurred inflation.
Inflation, which hit a 2-year high in January of 4.2%.
Okay, percent. Okay, that is very good for writing task 1 in the IELTS test. Okay, it hit, where was it? Which hit a 2-year high. What does this sentence mean? The rise has spurred inflation. Let's first do this. The rise has spurred inflation. You know the meaning of inflation, right? Shirin?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So yes. The rise has spurred inflation. What does this mean? What does the rise has spurred inflation mean?
The rise has caused.
Very good. Very good. Has caused. Of course, in here, it means cause. But what does spur mean? Spur means to encourage. Okay, encourage. But in here, of course, it means to cause. Yes. Can you make a sentence with spur?
If you don't don the mask, the number of patients will super.
No. This one is spur, not super. Spur. Okay, this is S-P-U-R. Spur.
Spur.
Something spurs something else. Okay, for example, my son's passion for food spurred me to open a restaurant.
به معنی encourage بگم اینجا.
Yes. encourage که خب باعث کازم میشه دیگه. همون encourage.
Getting the 7th grade of IELTS spurs me studying more and more.
Spurs me to study more and more. What was the first part of your sentence? Did you say getting what? Getting?
In order to get a 7th
band score?
grade.
Band score? They call it band score. Yes.
Band score of IELTS spurs me
to study. No, to study. Spurs me to study more. Getting a band score 7 spurs me to study more. Very good. Very good. Okay, that was good. Which hit a 2-year high. What does this part mean? The rise has spurred inflation, which hit a 2-year high.
It it gets a higher price.
Higher than what?
In higher. It means the cost price of this cost price of this food was so high, and this price was first time in two past years.
Is it talking about the price of pork or something else?
It's no inflation.
Very good. So, which hit a 2-year high in January of 4.2%. What does it mean?
The inflation has soared
very good.
Around 4.2% more than 2 years ago.
The inflation rate now is 4.2%. Okay?
Yes.
So it's a 2-year high. What does it mean that it's a 2-year high? Not 4% more than last year. No. Right now, the inflation rate in the Philippines is 4.2%. And this inflation was caused because they raised the price of pork, which is the staple, the main food for the Filipinos. So, what's a 2-year high?
2-year high means during the previous 2 years, the inflation rate was higher than before.
During the past 2 years, it was high? No, not that.
It was higher than before.
Okay, explain, please. Higher than before, how?
Which hit a 2-year high in January. The inflation rate during the past 2 years was 4.2%, which was higher than before.
No. They're not talking about the past 2 years. They're not talking about the inflation in the past or during the past 2 years. It's something new. See? There was a presidential decree that said, okay, we want to raise the price of pork. That's the meat of pig. This, because this is the staple of the people in the Philippines, this is the main food, it caused inflation, just overall inflation. Yes. Now, right now, the inflation rate, that is nehetawarum, in the Philippines is 4.2%. Okay, but it was a 2-year high. It happened in January. Yes, in January, the inflation rate was 4.2%. It was a 2-year high. What does it mean?
He's a 2-year high. I'm not sure, but I think, for example, during the past 2 years, they have changes in their inflation.
Yes.
Sometimes it was low and sometimes it was high. But now,
excuse me, wait. Don't say changes. Say fluctuations. Fluctuation. Yes. And use these words when you're writing for the IELTS test. Fluctuations. That's not. Okay.
Or they have yeah, or we can say they have fluctuations or
Mhm.
highs and lows.
Yes.
And now
Mhm.
that we are in January, because of that inflation or that, you know, چی بود اسمش cap price
Price
cap,
cap.
yes, again the inflation rate hit 4.2, which was, you know, the maybe highest number of inflation during these two years.
Yes, very good. Yes, exactly. So that is what a 2-year high means. Yes. You can say a 3-year high or a 4-year high when you're analyzing a chart too. Very good. Okay. So one last sentence, please. Shirin, go on. Both.
Both houses of Congress have held a hearing on rising food prices.
Yes. Both houses of Congress. Of course, this has to do with the, you know, system of government in the Philippines. We don't have it in Iran. We don't have 2 houses for the Congress, and we don't have a Congress. But, well, there are 2 sections or departments in the Congress. That's why it's called 2 houses. I think we have the same system in the US too. So both houses of Congress have held hearings. What does hearing mean? Hearings in here is plural of hearing. And you hear this a lot on the news in Iran. Yes. Of course, the Persian equivalent.
Held hearing.
Yes. Hearing. It has things to do with the
Rising.
court and judges and lawyers. We have hearing sessions.
Yes.
Hearing.
What is it?
It's for brainstorming to solve a problem.
You're very much close. Very good. But it's not for brainstorming. No. It's for gathering all the facts there is for a problem that they have.
Yeah, and listen to the, you know, things that protesters
Say or have to say. What do you call it in Farsi?
استماع.
No, not that. There's a technical word for it. A phrase, actually. They call it جلسه رسیدگی. In Farsi, they call it جلسه رسیدگی. Yes. Yes.
شورای حل مشکلات شنیدیم ولی جلسه رسیدگی
جلسه I wrote جلسه yes جلسه رسیدگی به حکم فلان. I heard that a lot. I don't know. Okay.
Analysis of hearings and rising food
held
prices.
hearings and
Yes, different sessions, different hearing sessions. On means the sessions were about rising food prices.
rising food prices.
Okay. Okay, would you please read the next sentence too? There's something interesting in here.
On February 1st, the Harris government instituted a 60-day price cap on pork of 300 pesos a kilo in Manila.
Yes, Manila. So on February 1st, the Harried government, I wanted you to learn this. The Harried government. What do you think the Harried government means?
On February 1st, the Harris government instituted a 60-day price cap on pork. Harried is an adjective for the government.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
And you know that this happened before they did this. So it was a ham-fisted decree. The decree that they issued was a ham-fisted one. And it was done by a harried government. So what kind of a government was it?
a bad government,
Yes.
or
So harried means, yeah, it's something negative, but you can't just say bad, no. It means when a lot of people have a lot of demands from you and you cannot do all that they want. So you're tired of this. In Farsi, we call it به سطوح آمده. A harried person or a harried institution به سطوح اومده.
The harried government.
Yes. You could say, for example, harried lawyers, harried teachers. Okay? Harried, yes, what did you say?
Harried doctor.
Doctors, yes, exactly. Harried doctors during the pandemic, harried doctors didn't know what to do with the what? With the patients, with the COVID patients. Yes. Yes. Okay. And so on February 1st, the harried government instituted a 60-day price cap. You know, price cap, 60-day, it was for 60 days. It's an adjective in here. Instituted, that means?
Instituted, meaning, instituted, بنا کردن.
Say in English. Give me an English synonym for this.
established.
Yes, very good. Excellent. Yes. You can say they established one. Yes. They established this price cap on pork of 300 pesos a kilo. That's the price the government said they should sell this stuff in Manila, the capital. Okay, it swiftly vanished from shops' shelves and a pricey black market emerged. That is the end. It swiftly vanished. Do you know the meaning of swiftly, Shireen?
Swiftly, amazing.
No.
Suddenly.
Swiftly means quickly, not suddenly, but quickly. Yes. Vanished. What does vanish mean?
Disappear.
Very good. Disappeared from shops' shelves. That's clear. And a pricey black market emerged. Black market. We say black market in Farsi too. What is that?
Yes.
Nasir Khosrow.
Yes, exactly. Nasir Khosrow. Emerged means
Appear.
yes, and pricey.
Pricey, with a high cost.
Expensive. Very good. Exactly. Okay. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
And see you on
Thank
Wednesday.
You.
Okay. That's I said before.
Yeah.
We don't have it in Farsi, but you can say more power to your elbow, but that's for physical things. More power to your elbow. And that's all.
Thank you.
It was difficult.
Yes, it was difficult a bit. Yes. And now that you mentioned this, just in the middle of the session, I was thinking about third line. You said, nor even a few days off scarfing sausage and bacon. My understanding is that because I said, for example, I got a few days off work. I got a few days off teaching. And the word that came after days off meant that you stopped doing that. But now that you said it got me thinking. And I have to ask this. Maybe you're right. Maybe it means the opposite. Maybe they needed a comma after this. Nor even a few days off, comma, scarfing sausages means a few days off, the retailers just stopped working so that they could spend their time scarfing sausage and bacon. So I have to search this. I have to ask it in forums and give you a definite answer. Okay, days off. Okay, until further notice, just don't be sure about this sentence. Don't try to memorize this part, but I'll give you the answer next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, and see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.